Hey guys, Mark here. Hope you're all well. Well, carrying on with the Kawasaki theme, we've got an absolutely beautiful 2019 Z900Rs, and this is a modern classic style of bike based on sort of the Z1 or the Z900 from the 70s, 1970s, and I'm sure you agree this is a beautiful piece of kit. I've just got this from Bournemouth Kawasaki. The guys over there have lent it to me. I've come over to Poole, my local town, and I've been on it for about an hour now, and I have to admit it is an absolute blast to ride. That engine is absolutely fabulous. So it's kind of got your retro sort of styling, a bit similar to say Yamaha's XSR 900 or like the Triumph Scrambler, but with obviously the modern flavour, with modern fuel injected engine, modern suspension, upside down forks, all modern stuff on it. So it's kind of it looks old fashioned, but boy oh boy, it doesn't half go. Just run through a few specs for you. This bike starts at £10,200. This is in the orange, and you could get it in black and a lovely sort of retro matte green as well. It's 948cc inline 4 engine, producing around about 111 horsepower at 8,000, quite a low 8,000 RPM, so that's going to give it lots of torque. More on that later. It's got Kawasaki traction control, ABS, so it's fully spec'd, this piece of kit. Comes in at 215 kilograms wet, so not too heavy. It's pretty good. 835 seat height, 835mm seat height. Now, bit of a shock. I'm not a tall guy. I'm only 5'7", and I'm not really tiptoes. I'm sort of the balls of my feet are touching down. But I'm quite a long way from being flat-footed, so probably not a bike for very short riders. You might be able to get them lowered, but probably 5'7" and above. Really, this is probably aimed at. I would say not really a bike for shorter riders. I say this is a modern classic designer bike, getting really popular now. It's just got that lovely looks. I mean, bringing it over here, the number of people that were just eyeing it up, it was just ridiculous. So it's a real looker, this one. It's got assist and slipper clutch. Assist clutch is nice and light on the clutch feel, and obviously slipper clutch as well, which is nice as well. Dual throttle valves. I say all modern stuff on this. This is really sort of state of the art. No riding modes, no electronic suspension, but that's kind of nice on something like this. The ABS and the traction control are just the nice modern things. Let's have a little walk round first. Have a little look at her. So I do like the sort of shape of all these, the sort of little speedo console there. LED front lights. Upside down forks. Kawasaki's typically strong radial mounted 4-pot piston brakes here, really strong brakes, beautifully creamy smooth engine, we'll get onto that in a minute. Monoshock suspension, I say obviously your sort of 70s style would have had the twin shocks here, ABS, so yeah, all in all, quite a nice piece of kit if this is the sort of thing that you like. So as I said, I'm not a tall guy, I'm 5'7" tall, hopping on now. And my balls of my feet are touching down, and my heels are about 2 inches off the ground. So I'm happy with riding tall bikes. I'm happy with riding taller bikes. But as I say, if you're shorter than me, you might struggle with something like this. I've got a 30-inch inside leg as well, so I get quite a lot of questions about, how tall are you? What's your inside leg? So 30-inch inside leg, and I'm 5'7", and I could ride this. So it's pretty good. So I'm sure you'll agree, the analog dash here looks really smart, and when you turn the key, you've got a nice LCD part in the middle here, which shows fuel, temperature gauge, Kawasaki traction control, gear indicator, clock, odometer, and it's all very basic switch gear with your traction control here, high and low beam, turn signals, horn, all that sort of good stuff. So, let's go for a ride on her. As I say, kindly loaned to me by Bournemouth Kawasaki here in the south of England. I say this bike is brand new. So straight away, I was really surprised with this bike. The sound is awesome. They've got that lovely Kawasaki airbox induction noise on it. So when you gas it at low revs, wow, doesn't it howl? It sounds really, really good. So yeah, I'm sure you can hear that. Really nice. Anyway, let's pull away and see how she rides. So straight off, you're greeted with a beautiful, smooth, light clutch really, really light. It bites nice and early as well, which is what I like. And it's got that beautiful, smooth, slick, short Kawasaki gear change. So 5 stars for the clutch and the gearbox at the moment. So no quick shifter on this. It's all basic stuff. But boy oh boy is this engine nice. It is super, super smooth with a huge amount of torque at low revs. So let's get straight on to the main event. Let's talk about this engine. With this engine, it's got about 110 horsepower, 8,000 revs, so that means it's got lots of torque low down. And I'm here at the moment in 6th gear, just under 3,000 revs at about 45 miles an hour. You open the throttle and boy oh boy doesn't it pull. Absolutely flies. And it's super duper smooth. No vibes at all. I had it up to the 70 mile an hour speed limit up here, and there was a tiny bit of buzz through the foot pegs, but nothing to worry about. Just normal 4-cylinder kind of stuff. Now with this engine, the sweet spot is kind of between about 3,000 and 6,000. That's when it really pulls. So I'm in 5th gear now, opening it up full throttle, 4,000 and 5,000 revs. It really flies, and it makes a wonderful airbox growl from the induction. Awesome. So the mirrors are sort of retro styled affairs, and they're absolutely fine. Nice clear road, view of the road behind. So obviously this is a naked bike, so it's quite a windy affair, but that's why you're buying this sort of bike. It's not for high speed touring, it's just for blasting about and having lots of fun on. The dash looks absolutely beautiful. I love those needles. It's really like going back in time. Very easy to read. And the little LCD display in the middle there is very clear, showing everything I need to know. Now say this is quite a tall bike, and when you sit on it you do feel very high up on it. It's like, here I am, I'm really high up, but you soon get used to that, and it just feels normal after a while. Very wide bars, all good. So it's basic suspension, not electronic, but it's all fully adjustable for preload, compression and rebound. And I must admit, the way it's set from the factory is absolutely perfect. That engine sounds fantastic. So here we are, 2nd gear. Let's give this some power. See how she pulls. Whoa, doesn't it go? Yeah, plenty of power there. You know, it's not 150 horsepower missile, but it really goes. And the power is usable. It's all there, low down, exactly where you need it for road use. So we're in top gear now. Super smooth. Loads of torque in top gear. I'm just going to slow it down a bit just in case it's getting windy, because it's a naked bike and you won't be able to hear me. But the handling feels really chuckable. Obviously these tyres are brand new, so I've got to take it a bit steady. But round the bends it feels really nice. Suspension feels beautiful on it actually. Very compliant and plush. So 5th gear now, just powering out. Lots of power. Yeah, it's lovely. So the brakes are still bedding in, but front brake is very strong. Typical Kawasaki, really nice. So we'll just put it into top gear at 30 miles an hour, see what she rides like. 2,000 revs, 30 miles an hour, 6th gear, really smooth, lovely. No surging or anything, any issues with the fueling there, perfect. So wide open the throttle, 40, 50, 60 and beyond. Wow, just absolutely flies. Yeah, I've never ridden a style of bike like this before, but I get it. I totally get why people like these. You know, it's got that retro looks to it, but with all the modern technology and that beautiful, powerful engine. So here I am doing 60 miles an hour, 3,500 revs, and it's a very relaxing engine note. Yeah, there's a bit of wind, but it's very smooth. There's nothing to worry about. You can sort of just maintain this sort of speed all day. Mirrors are lovely and clear. The seat is very comfortable and padded. I've been on this now for over an hour, so that gets 5 stars. Just play with the gearbox a bit. That's all lovely, smooth, silky smooth Kawasaki stuff. Yeah, it's a nice bit of kit, this really is. And not too expensive either, at about £10,000. So I'll say, have a look at the, there's the Yamaha XSR 900 as well, that's a triple. And there's the sort of Triumph through the Scrambler as well, but to be fair, I think this is the best choice, really. It's just got that lovely 950cc engine, lots of power, very smooth, keenly priced, and it sounds amazing. So all in all, I'm very impressed with this. So we're here in winter in England at the moment, but it's actually quite mild today, so it's I've got my summer gloves on, so it's happy days today. See how it goes into neutral. Ah, it just falls in, lovely. Just back this back a bit. Awesome. Let's just see what it's like for... Oh, where can you grab hold of it? Have to grab hold of it there. Yeah, it's really light off the side stand, so it's not, you know, even though it's 215 kilos wet, it's very light off the side stand, and it's nice and easy to push around, so no problems there. So let's have a little walk around this beastie again. So there you go, guys, Kawasaki Z900Rs. It's a modern classic. What do you think about that? Feel free to post in the comments what you think. Have you got something like this? And what do you think of this bike compared to the competition? So yeah, really, really good bike this. Loads of power. That engine is stonkingly good fun. Super smooth. Lovely suspension. Comfy. Let's say you're not going to be going too fast on this. You know, it's naked, but that's what a lot of people want. You know, they just want to cruise around. It's not a 200 mile an hour missile, but it's just a really nice, stylish, fun bike. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please feel free to share this to your social media. Please give me a thumbs up, like this bike, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all again soon. It's Mark signing off. Thanks a lot, guys. See you again. Bye-bye.